Ich get it. Yeah, man. It's me again. And this is episode 10 of season 2. So that means that this episode would be the 23rd episode, of course, because I had like 3 trailer episodes in between season 1 and season 2. But yeah, this is this is episode 10 of season 2. And with that being said, actually, there's going to be a long intro to this episode, so just stick around. You don't really have to listen, to be fair, if you're not interested, so you can like skip ahead. But I would really love if you did listen, because there's going to be quite a bit of information that I have to share. So first of all, welcome back. This is the Back of the Class show, and like always, I am your host. I'm the one here on the seat, or on the bed, really. But like, you get the point. I'm the one here dishing things, not knowledge. I was gonna say dishing knowledge, but like, let's be for real. Not necessarily knowledge, just like perspectives and nuances that I think are very much lacking in everyday life. But yeah, I'm that person. I'm him. I'm him. I almost didn't say that because I was like, fuck, that's gonna give someone the ick. But it's like, fuck that. I'm him. I am Dammy the creator. And before we get jiggy with it, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, just wherever you get your podcast content. Just give a subscribe to it. And leave a review as well, if you feel like it, really. But leave a review. It better be a 5-star one, or 4 at the bare minimum. And follow the socials at BackOT Class Show on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And follow me personally at Dammy_the creator on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm just gonna put this shit on silent. Yeah, on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And with that being said, a couple announcements, I think. Not necessarily announcements, just like heads up. So I was planning on having a live show, but as fate would have it, I am extremely broke. One, I'm also like very, very, very busy with like uni and shit. Cause yeah, I started a new postgrad recently, and it's been really hard like trying to like juggle the podcast, and also like a part-time job as well, and also try to have like a social-ish life. And it's been very difficult to like juggle everything. To be honest, I actually have another episode that I am yet to finish editing. Like I said, it's like 4 hours long, so it's been taking a while. So it's like, yeah, because of that, and like also having to edit episodes as I go, because that was supposed to not take that long or whatever. So I have to like catch up and shit. And I also need to catch up to like posting on Fridays instead of Mondays. So essentially, there's a lot happening. So I'd like to very much apologize about the whole chaotic planning behind the podcast at the moment. And it is gonna get better. I think I'm gonna post an episode tomorrow, which tomorrow is a Friday, or worst case scenario, maybe on the Saturday. Cause yeah, I recorded 2 episodes on the same day and decided, okay, that way I can like kind of catch up. And with that being said, also because this is episode 10, I was necessarily planning on taking a break. I'm not taking a break, but I wasn't planning on like taking a chill period like I did after season 1. I wasn't planning on doing that, but I think I'm going to do that again. No idea how long it's going to be for, but it's gonna be at least 2 weeks. And I think during that 2 weeks I wouldn't post like long-ish form content. So essentially I wouldn't post like 20 minutes long videos or 30 minutes long videos. Probably like keep it to like 10 minutes or something, so it's a lot faster to edit and just like put out there. And that way I can also like do those, and also like record content in advance that I can also like have stored in the chamber, just in case on a certain week I have like exams. And also, to be fair, I do have exams next week, so that's also low-key why I have to like take a sort of like a break. So yeah, so that's gonna be the situation. There's gonna be like a little period of time where it's gonna be like kind of short content, so like not 20-minute videos, but maybe like 10-minute videos. What is, I'll try to keep it to 10 minutes. And during that time I'll like record like extra episodes. And also I'm like trying to like get back into the habit of posting on socials. So a lot of my focus would be on like making clips from the episodes that I haven't like promoted, and then making clips from those and promoting them during that same time period. So yeah, and also like maybe try to find a routine with like posting on social media, and also like try to find a routine with like that in like my personal life as well. So that's gonna be that. But with that being said, guys, this is episode 10 of season 2. deeper. That means that we have 23 episodes out. Like, I don't know if you guys know how big of a deal that is. Like, that's crazy. That means that for 23 weeks I've posted every single week, because I didn't take a break in any week. Technically I took a break for 1 week, but like I did post the content on the Monday of the next week. So like that's, yeah, but like that doesn't really count really. But you know, it is what it is. So yeah, so like it's been 23 weeks since I started this shit, and like I'm really proud of myself. Because like I said, it takes work. Like it takes work. And it's been quite hectic and quite chaotic, especially. Also, by the way, I'm sick, just in case you might be able to hear, but like I'm kind of sick. So yeah, so it's been chaotic and it's been hectic, but like I've kind of made it through, and I'm like mad proud of myself, and like I'm very happy that I actually have support from people. Like, thank you all for watching and tuning in. Even though I haven't like been promoting on social media, like I still get like a decent amount of views on not just YouTube, because like I get most of my views on YouTube, but it's like I'm also getting a decent amount of views and listens on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and it's like, yo, this is really nice. Like I'm actually really happy that people enjoy my content and like really fucks with it. So shout out to all of you. Big thank you and big love to all of you. And yeah, I was saying I was planning on having a live show, but like because things are chaotic at the moment, and like I'm broke. I'm broke at the moment, so I think I'm gonna like put that back in the chamber and try to figure out some other, because I still have some logistics to figure out with regards to that. I have an idea of where it's gonna be. I found like a nice place that's actually not too expensive. I just have to figure out the logistics of like, okay, is there gonna be food? Is there gonna be drinks? Is there like how many people am I gonna have? Do I want to make it a paint and sip? Do I want to just make it an interactive session? Do I actually expect people to show up, to be fair? Because like I'm not necessarily a big podcast in any measure at all. Like it's not like my podcast actually is a big podcast. Like I bet, yeah, like I only have a couple listeners on a weekly basis, like probably like 100 max at best even. So it's like, yeah, it's like how many people do I want to pull through? Like it's probably gonna just be like my closest friends, to be fair. But it's also like, yeah, so like there's a whole lot of just logistics I actually do have to figure out. I just honestly just want to like dip my toes into the waters and see how it goes, just so I can like, so that when it's actually like a big, like I can slowly build up to it being a big thing. But with that being said, I think that's all I needed to like announce. And yeah, so like again, this episode is gonna have like a big theme of like it being the end of season 2. Well, not really a big theme of it, but it's like it's kind of going to like be that. And with that being said, I feel like I really wanted to do something not necessarily meaningful, but like meaningful to me for this episode. So in that sense, I want to like use this episode to like kind of speak not just to, I want to speak specifically to like black men, but not just necessarily black men. This, what I'm gonna say, can apply to everyone, to be fair, but I want to speak specifically to black men. And as a result of speaking to black men, I look, want to like speak to myself, because I found myself like I'm in a very much, I'm kind of going through life. It's been rough, and I just need to like sit back and like speak back to myself and just like remind myself that, hey, shit is rough, but it could get better. So like with that being said, let's actually get into the episode. I'm just gonna take a sip of water and then we can kick it off. This is gonna be bad dramatic. I promise you it's not that deep. This is gonna be bad dramatic. Okay, so let's get into it. So, dear black man, I know that you're going through it. I know that you're going through it. I know that you're going through it. I know it's been rough. I know it's chaotic. It's hard out there, because you live in a very interesting intersectionality of identities, and that is simply being a black man. That is not to account for other identities which you might have. You could be non-binary. You could be non-binary and viewed as a man simply because the society you live in decides to hold on to the gender binary. You could be a non-straight man. You could be asexual. You could be pansexual. You could be bisexual. You could be a lot of things on the sexual spectrum, but yet you're just viewed as or assumed to be straight simply because of the society that we live in. Dear black man, I understand what you're going through. I understand that it's hard sometimes. Dear black man, I know that you're kind of viewed as the sum or the totality or simply the singularity of what it is that you can provide and what it is that you can give back to the people around you, to the society that you live in, your contributions. with no regards to exactly who you are, with no regards to the nuances that go into your existence. And I just want you to know that you are seen, maybe not by the people around you, maybe not by the people you see directly, but you are seen by your fellow black men. They might not show it, because to show that you can see the struggles of others is to show that you can see your struggles. And to admit to being a struggling man makes you less of a man, and doesn't just make you less of a man, but makes you less of a black man. Because as a black man, society says you should be strong, you should be capable, you should take everything to the chin, take the hit, protect, provide. Don't falter, don't whimper, don't be weak. Dear black man, I know it's very hard. It's very difficult to like live in this facade, because it's not necessarily your choice. You respond into this world, you gain consciousness, and with your collection, with your gaining of consciousness, you are given a task that you must fulfill until you're 60, until you're 70, until you're 80, until you're 6 feet below. You must fulfill this role. Dear black man, it's okay to just sit back. It's okay to not have ambitions. Personally, I think that the more you heal from the pain that society caused, the less ambitions you have. Because what exactly are ambitions? What are ambitions in this capitalist and patriarchal world? To be rich? To have shit? To be able to provide stuff? None of those ambitions are who you are. None of those ambitions are intrinsic to you. None of those ambitions require your intrinsic personalities and values. None of those ambitions take into account your specific nuances. Dear black man, just let go. Just let go. Kindness and joy are really all that you need. I love seeing black men happy. I remember a couple of weeks ago, Offset was on a stream with Kai Cenat. Once again, if you guys don't know who these are, Offset is a very popular rapper, and Kai Cenat is a big streamer. And it was very interesting seeing Offset so happy. Like, for some reason, seeing him so happy it sparked a light in me. Like, it made me feel a specific type of joy that I haven't felt in years. I was like, wow, this is a grown man just having fun. And shout out to Kai for giving him such a platform, because once again, if you know Offset, you know like it's been rough. He lost like someone who's practically a brother to him, or I think they actually are related. I'm not very sure. So he's been through a rough patch, and just seeing him joyous, just seeing him like jumping and doing his version of dancing and doing shit. It was very nice to see that. It was very joyful. Like, I felt an immense amount of happiness. I was like, yeah, he is being a child right now, without the whole pressure of, yo, you're a rapper, you have to fit this specific image. He was like, fuck that in that very moment, and he was like, I'm just gonna be who I am. And I love that so much. Dear black man, I have like a couple of things that I want to say to you, and I'm gonna start off with two videos actually that I did see on TikTok, and it was this therapist. So she was speaking about how black men. This video is from months ago even. I think she posted it months ago. I can't remember when. But in this video, she was specifically speaking about how like black men, or like from what she's noticed by being a therapist, is how black men, and I guess men in general, but today specifically black men, are treated in society. There is this folktale, I think. I'm not 100% sure if this actually happened, but it's a folktale. And essentially there was this black man who was tasked, who was in competition with a steam engine machine to see who can drill a hole through a mountain the fastest. Who can drill a hole through a mountain the fastest. The black man did win, but he died in the process of winning. And what she drew out of this is the idea of like black men being loved only, or being valued only by the things they can provide, by their productivity, by how much they can add to your life. Not simply for being, not simply for existing. And this is not a commentary on, Should we value people simply because they exist? That is not the conversation for today. Like that's for everyone and each person to decide what their ethical value is in regards to like how they view human life. That's not the conversation for today. Maybe another day. But the point is that black men are seen or like are valued simply because of what we provide and what we can accomplish and what we can give back. And that's why a lot of black men are so focused on like becoming successful, because that is such a huge marker, especially in today's society, especially when we even go into the dating world in heteronormative relationships, so to speak. So man and woman, just in case you're wondering what that is. So a black man is viewed on like how much he can provide, how much of a protector are you, how much of a provider are you. And that's why a lot of men are so focused on like this grind mindset, this go, 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 hustle, 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 onto the next mentality, without taking a pause, without taking a break. And this is so detrimental, not just to your mental health, but also to your emotional health. Because there is nothing there is no need for emotional to success. If anything, the more you can suppress your emotions, the more you can focus on success, because emotional suppression leads to ignorance to your emotions and to your well-being, and that way you can grind even some more, because the more you grind, the more you get, which is a lie that capitalism has sold to us. So dear black man, I would very much love if we could abandon the whole notion of grinding, of like making it. It's okay to be mid, be a meaty nigga, be mid, be mediocre. It's okay. It's okay. I want us to celebrate mediocrity amongst black men and not shame it, because every day, oh, you're broke. Yeah, I am broke. But when did we decide that being a victim of capitalism was a bad thing? Because I'm not broke simply because I want to be broke. I'm broke because the society that I live in prevents me, does a billion things to avoid me from becoming rich. So it's like, why am I being shamed for not having up to a certain level of wealth? Why am I being shamed for that? I thought we were all victims of capitalism. When did victim shaming become okay? When did victim shaming become fine? I thought we were supposed to have empathy and sympathy for each other, not just for each other, since literally for each other, because we're all victims of the system. So why attack me simply because I want someone who's just there with me, who understands the pain that I go through, and not just understand, but who can also assist, and I can assist as well. It's a partnership, isn't it? And I feel like it's very detrimental, because then a lot of black men ignore their emotions, and because you need no ethics, actually, you shouldn't have ethics to become a successful person in society. Because the whole system of capitalism is built off the backs of someone. To become successful in a capitalist system, you need to take advantage of people. You're either taking advantage of the people who consume your service, or you're taking advantage of the people who help you sell your content. You're taking advantage of someone. There is something you're taking advantage of. And to take advantage of people isn't a very ethical standpoint now, is it? It's not a very nice thing to do, is it? So then a lot of black men abandon their ethics, their morals, and as a result become quote-unquote bad people. Because you don't have to be a good person to be a successful person. And if the only standard by which you're measured, if the only thing that makes you valued is your success level, why not do everything possible to become that, even if it means letting go of who you are? Because let's face it, niggas isn't happy. No one is. But today's about black men. Let's not take away the platform from black men. Niggas isn't happy. Niggas isn't getting to be who they are. There's so many things. And even let's speak more about the intersectionalities that is a black man. That is not a not a not a not a neutral, not an average black man, just a random black man. The intersectionalities that go into it. There's this expectations for black men to be into everyone, and I just feel like that is just so. Like, why don't we question our notions of what it is to be a black masculine man? Why is masculinity tied so much to these negative aspects? Actually, what is masculinity and why do we even expect that? I don't even fuck with that to begin with, but that's besides the point again. There's this expectations for black men to be into every woman. Because why is it that when you're rejected by a black man, the first thing that comes to your mind is, oh, you're gay? No, I am not. I am just not into you. You're clapped. Let's talk about that. You actually clapped. Let's actually just go there. Like, you're clapped. Why is it a me problem if I am not into you? Why is the first thing that comes to mind that I am into men, solely into men? I may be into men, but I'm also into women, just not into you. And that doesn't mean that there's a problem with me. And oh yeah, I know, oh, but it's 2023 and homosexuality is okay, but not the way you said it. You said, oh, you must be gay. You said it in such a tone that reinforces the homophobia that you frown upon. You said it in such a tone that it almost made me feel ashamed. You said it in such a tone that is manipulative in order for you to get what you want from me. You said it in such a tone where it's like the message behind it, the nuance behind what you said is, if you're a man, you're gonna do what I want you to do because you as a man exist solely for my pleasure. Dear black man, please don't feel pressured into sexual activities or any activity of any sort with women simply because you want to prove that you're a black man. No. Doing those things don't make you less or more of a man. You are a black man simply because you're a black man and you identify as a black man. You're just born into this world as a black man. You don't have to fight for the title. You don't have to fight to identify for that. You don't have to fight to prove what you are. You just are, and you should get comfortable with just being. Simply just being. Dear black man, I know you don't hear this a lot, but you are loved, you are appreciated, not even if you're going through a hard time, even if you're going through a tough time, even if you can't do shit. You are appreciated. Your existence alone is enough. Your existence alone is enough. Let me be like Dr. Omar. The existence alone is enough. Let me say it a few times. Like the good Dr. Omar. Don't do that outside. He's not a very good role model. He says some good shit, but he's not a very good role model. Just say. Just had to put that out there. He's low-key misogynistic and homophobic, so let's not do that. He's funny though, but like, let's not do that. Okay, I think I've said the bulk of what I want to say, and also it's because like I don't want to have a long episode to edit. Like I said, I have a lot to do and a lot to go on, but I'll just end this episode by saying, to all the black men who listen to this, to all the black men who tune in, just be who you are, and the only things I think you should be worried about is finding a way to be joyful, finding a way to be sympathetic and empathetic towards other black men and towards everyone else in general, and just find a way to find who you are and to find you outside of the requirements of the patriarchy and capitalism and white supremacy in general. You don't have to live to a certain standard. You don't have to reach a certain bar. You don't have to reach a certain level. And also be aware that with finding joy and finding happiness with who you are, you're going to lose access to a lot of people, because a lot of people only granted you access because they wanted to exploit you to begin with. So do be aware of that, and do make peace with that if you do choose to go on the path of self-fulfillment. Because I understand that we all want to feel loved and we all want to feel appreciated, especially as black men. We do need and we do want that. And because of that, we chase after the wrong things. But also try to find a way to chase after you. Don't lose yourself in the sauce. The sauce isn't even that good. The sauce is way too salty out here. So just find a way to get back to you, and just find a way to do what's good by you. And just be kind. Just be nice. And just remember, if no one tells you anything, I love you. I don't know you, but like I know that you exist, and that's all that I need to know to love you. You deserve what you want. You may not get it because, yeah, again, we live in an unjust society. We don't live in rainbows and sunshine land. But you do deserve the best that you can get without abandoning yourself. And with that being said, big love to all of you, and it's the end of season 2. And with that also being said, subscribe to the channel on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, just wherever it is you get this. And follow the socials at Bicoty Class Show, and follow me personally at Damian_the Creator. And fingers crossed that I start doing a better job with like posting and shit like that. I hope I can get back on the social media grind, make clips and shit. And with that being said, I will see you guys again on the next episode. And big love for tuning in, and big love for like checking in and everything. And with that, and yeah, I'll see you guys again next week. I don't know what to say. I'll see you guys, bro. Bye.